When the lights go out and the world is quiet, that's when the whispers begin. Welcome to Whispers in the Dark. Real stories, real fear. Just don't listen alone. I moved into this house for the quiet. It's a small one-story place tucked away on the edge of town, surrounded by tall trees and silence. It felt like a reset. I was recovering from a rough breakup and needed space, peace, time alone. The first week went fine. I unpacked, decorated, settled in. But by the second week, I started hearing things. It wasn't loud, just soft creaks from the ceiling at night. At first, I assumed it was the house settling. Old wood tends to shift when temperatures drop, but it wasn't random. It always started around the same time, between 2 and 3 a.m. The creaks became steps, slow, deliberate, moving from one end of the attic to the other, then stopping right above my bedroom. I tried to rationalize. Maybe squirrels got in, or a raccoon. But the idea of something living above me while I slept, it started to dig into my nerves. One night I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, heart pounding. The footsteps came again, but this time I heard something else. Breathing, not my own. I sat up, turned on my phone flashlight and listened. Silence. I laughed nervously and told myself I was being paranoid, but then I heard it. A soft, slow drag, like someone pulling something heavy across the attic floor. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I grabbed a chair, stood beneath the attic hatch in the hallway, and listened. Nothing. Just that thick, awful silence. I didn't have the courage to open it. Not yet. 2 nights later, I woke up gasping. Not from a nightmare, but from the feeling that someone was watching me. My bedroom was dark. The moon cast faint shadows through the blinds. Everything looked normal, but I couldn't shake the sense that something had changed. I turned my head toward the hallway and noticed the attic hatch. It was slightly ajar, just a sliver, maybe half an inch. My stomach dropped. I never opened that hatch. I got up slowly, heart racing, and stood beneath it. I couldn't see anything in the gap, but I felt it, a presence. I reached up, pushed it closed, and heard something shift on the other side. I ran back to my room and locked the door. The next morning, I went to the hardware store and bought a latch. I secured the attic hatch shut from the outside. That should have been the end of it. But of course, it wasn't. That night, around 3:12 a.m., I heard it again, this time from the hallway. A click. I knew that sound. The latch. I got up, grabbed a knife from the kitchen, and tiptoed toward the attic. The hatch was open again. The latch had been broken off. I didn't look up. I just ran back, locked myself in the bedroom, and called the police. They searched the attic. Empty, they said. But they found old food wrappers, a dirty blanket, and a flashlight. Must have been a squatter, one officer said. Probably left when he heard you moving around. I wanted to believe that, but I knew better. Whoever was up there didn't just hide. They lived there, and they watched me. I couldn't stay there without knowing. I needed to see it with my own eyes. I ordered a small motion-activated camera online and hid it in the corner of my bedroom. It faced the hallway and the attic hatch. I told myself I was being dramatic, that I wouldn't find anything, that maybe the officers were right. The first night, nothing happened. The second night, same. On the third night, at exactly 3:04 a.m., I got a notification on my phone. Motion detected. I didn't look at it right away. I was too afraid. I waited until morning. Then, with shaking hands, I opened the footage. The clip started in darkness. My bedroom, me sleeping. Then, the attic hatch slowly opened. A pale, thin man slid out feet first, hanging for a moment, then dropping softly to the floor. He moved like an animal, slow, twitchy. He stood in my doorway for nearly 7 minutes, just watching me. I didn't move. I didn't wake up. I had no idea. Then, as quietly as he came, he climbed back up and shut the hatch behind him. I screamed and dropped the phone. I called the police again. This time, they came with a team, weapons drawn. They found him, curled in the darkest corner of the attic, behind some old insulation. He didn't fight. He didn't speak. He just smiled. It's been 3 months. I moved out the next day, left everything behind. The officers told me he'd probably been up there for weeks, maybe even before I moved in. Living in the insulation, crawling down at night, watching. The therapist says I'm doing better, but I still wake up at 3:17 a.m. most nights. I always check the ceiling, always. The worst part? I remember one night, early on, I thought I dreamt someone whispering in my ear. I laughed it off, but now I know he was there, inches away, whispering, watching, and I never knew. If you made it this far, you're one of the brave ones. Don't forget to subscribe for more true horror stories. And remember, the next whisper might be meant for you.